Hello people, so it's going to be an interesting week for One Piece fans across the week, not only with this chapter 983, but also next weekend we get the return of the One Piece anime after a month and a half of waiting because of the pandemic. So One Piece anime is finally returning to Wano, so that's going to be great. And say what you will about the pacing, but I think this is going to be a breath of fresh air for all of us that's been going on right now. It's chapters like this where I think the anime is going to excel, because this was a pretty damn good chapter. And it kind of backs up what I said last review. Like, the previous chapter 982 was pretty much a setup for this one with Ulti and Luffy. I won't take back what I said. I still think I would have preferred Nami against Ulti, but I do appreciate some certain things we got in that fight between Ulti and Luffy. I kind of knew it was going to be a fight. So we get an interesting cover page, and one that kind of surprised me really. We've got Chiffon and Lola with Capone and the rest of the Fire Tank Pirates. I don't know if Gotti and Lola is going to be a thing right now, but they're bumping into the Tontaras, and they're bumping into Yoko Commander level Pound, who's there in Dressrosa. So that's kind of surprising, because I thought they would milk this out for a couple more cover pages, but they finally meet. My question though is that where is this going to lead to? Because yeah, obviously wrap things up with Pound, get some closure with Chiffon and Lola, because he wanted to meet them. Remember, both of them. We found that out back at Whole Cake Island. Oda had Pound survive for a reason, so this has to be it, and it has to lead to somewhere. The only thing I can think of right now is what's going on with Big Mom and Wano right now. Are they going to show up? Especially with Nami being the situation she's in right now. I can definitely see Lola coming into Wano. Maybe not them to help them out, but I can definitely see this happening. Because the Tontaras are with Pound, maybe Leo's going to contact the rest of the Grand Fleet, and that's how they're going to make their way to Wano, possibly. Speaking of that way into Wano, we go into the outskirts of Wano, the waves, and we see Perospero. We just see him by himself. We don't see the ship, all the rest of the Big Mom pirates. But Perospero's like, oh, we're going to get you Straw Hat, we're going to get you King and Marco. And he's like, I don't approve of this alliance either at the end of the day. So that, in my opinion, this chapter pretty much solidified there's going to be a betrayal between Big Mom and Kaido. Not only that, the fact that he just said the Big Mom pirates will be the ones left standing. You wouldn't say that if the rest of the Big Mom pirates were dead. So I think Smoothie and the others are pretty much, they're just fine. If Perospero survives, I'm pretty sure a Yoko Commander like Smoothie should be fine. Pretty sure she can change the water, the ocean into a smoothie juice, right? So that wouldn't be too far fetched. Speaking of Big Mom, we go to the brothel with where Black Maria's place is at. We find out what happens with Usopp and Chopper, and there's been a back and forth about what happened with the tank, and then firing at Big Mom did nothing. In fact, if you look at the explanation, it seems all it did was trigger a transformation. So, and if you look at Usopp and Chopper, they didn't get off unscathed. So that technically means the amnesia stuff with Big Mom with Chopper was pretty much pointless at this point. Anyway, we find out that Big Mom is giving chase to Nami and Carrot, or she's taking a sweet time. Prometheus is chasing after them. Nami has Zeus out, and I was wondering about that. She's going to use Zeus. Carrot, Nami, and Shinobu are being chased. And we come to find out Sanji is also in this area, because we find out, oh, Carrot spotted Sanji, but he was partly by himself going, so he went on ahead, but he's like, I went abandoned the prostitute. So, and Nami's got the same reaction I do. So really, that's what he's here for. So good to know Sanji has his priorities in check. I mean, Nami and Carrot are in danger, and you'd think Sanji would be the first one to help them out, considering what we saw in Punk Hazard with what happened with Tashigi and Virgo, and Tashigi about to cry, and then Sanji showing up. But no, priorities for Sanji. Also means he's running solo, which technically means right now that the Monster Trio are solo, given where Luffy's at right now, and definitely where Zoro's at right now. And I said that that's probably what Oda's going to do. This is why I think this has been a perfect opportunity for the Toby Robert to go up against the Straw Hats, namely the Monster Trio. Anyway, we see Big Mom, and she uses a devil fruit to bring some homies to life in Wano. So she has an umbrella and some sandals to chase. I'm pretty sure they're going to chase after Nami and the rest. It may lead into Nami having a big role coming up soon, and I'll tell you what that is in a minute. But we see Big Mom says, "Oh, there's no rush because they're just they're heading for the stage, so they're going to be cornered anyway. Then we see Momonosuke is about to be crucified at the school dome live stage. We see obviously Orochi is superseding this, but we don't see Kaido or any of the calamities there. At least I don't think, at least not yet. Table now, and this is taking priority over everything else. So I expect to see Kaido there, and this could lead into Nami showing up there first to help out Momonosuke, because if you remember when she said she was talking to Kinemon, she's like, "Yo, you go on ahead, leave Momonosuke to us, we'll save him." So I'm pretty sure Nami could be the one to save him. That'd be kind of epic. I mean, if she's not going to fight Ulti, that'd be the next best thing, I would think. But then we get to Zoro, he's pretty much facing 500 Zoan types at this point. They're only focusing on 3, which may give Zoro some trouble, and I specify may. One of them's got his face covered up, his lower part, his mouth covered up with his hood or his cape. He could be a fishman, because usually when the lower half of his mouth is covered up, it usually means he's got teeth, shark teeth. Like, could be a possibility. You also see the tall dude with pincers or horns coming out of the back of his neck, so that's pretty cool. And then you see the chick with the blades morphing out of her arms, kind of like Cypher, the Pokemon Cypher, so that's pretty cool. So I don't know if they're going to be a threat to Zoro. I doubt it. But then we see clearly this again, Zoro's separated from Luffy, and explains why Zoro isn't with Luffy right now. I'm wondering, did Luffy go off on his own and bump into Ulti in page 1, or did Zoro get lost? The kid's up by himself alongside Killer, because we get to go to the keep close to Luffy's location, actually. I'm wondering if they're going to bump into Luffy again. Either way, they're getting surrounded, and these pirates get distracted because somebody mentions Kaido's looking for someone. They get distracted. Kid uses up this opportunity to strike. And I love his dialogue here. It's like, dropping your guard means you drop dead. So that's pretty cool. Then we go to the keep at Luffy's location, where we see page 1 on Ulti. Again, Ulti's personality is infectious. Like, she's definitely the more popular member of the Toby Robo right now. Although I have to say, she is the first to fall. She's the first to be defeated. Although I have to admit, it wasn't at the hands of Luffy. So first off, we find out that it's not just them. They have some other fodder around them. But they do have one thing in common. They don't give a shit about Kaido, because they will talk shit in front of Kaido or behind their back. So, and then she's like, "Who do you work for? What group are you with?" And then they kind of like, "Oh, he's an intruder." But then he's like, "Oh, I'm Monkey D. Luffy. I'm the man who's going to be king of the pirates, classic Luffy." That's where the fight kicks in. She goes in for Luffy, and they have a headbutt collision. So that's pretty cool. They're kind of putting over the headbutt being the hardest. They have a collision, and if you notice, they're having a haki collision. You can see Luffy using armament haki on his head. I think Ulti's doing the same. And this shockwave just blows everyone back. It's a haki clash. That's pretty cool. The thing you see after they get blown away is like Luffy going on the ground, and it's implied that she forced him on the ground. So that's some strength on the part of Ulti. So I will admit, despite the fact that I didn't want Luffy being the one to fight Ulti, they did give us some feats in this chapter. So, but then page 1 is like, "Hey sis," and Ulti's like, "Yeah, I know. He's still alive and he's still good." And then we found out she did a partial transformation, and we come to find out she's a Pachyrhinosaurus. So she's following the trope of the dinosaurs, which makes sense because of page 1 being a Spinosaurus. She's been questioned, "Why did you transform?" Like, "Shut your damn mouths, it's because this guy's a real deal. I acknowledge his strength." So that's pretty cool. She realizes, this guy's no joke. So, and they're like, "Oh, no, wait, you definitely took that guy out." And she's like, "Whose haki do you think I'm sensing?" So she can sense Luffy's haki. And then Luffy responds saying, "I underestimated her. I underestimated you. I got to get it together. Consider I'm in an Emperor's castle." Like, he darts past Ulti. Speed Blitz is right behind it, grabs a hold of her, and just throws her into the ground. Page 1 gets triggered. He goes charging for Luffy. Luffy avoids it and then uses Gear Third Elephant Gun to one-hit KO. I don't know if that's a one-shot. We don't really see page 1 after that. The fact he could have busted out with Gear Third, but he didn't. He said, "I'm going to use Gear 4. Now, I'm not too sure what mode he would have used. Would it have been Pound Man, or would it have been Snake Man. They both notice Kaido's son because you can see them both like, what the hell? And the next thing you see is Kaido's son comes in. And at first I had to think about this because the technique, it's like, wait, is that Kaido? But it's like, no, after the next panel, you kind of get what's going on here. Ulti gets KO'd. He gets hit by the same technique that KO'd Luffy, Thunder Baga. I think that's how it's pronounced, right? KO'd Luffy in 1-0-1. However, this time is the one that actually helped out Luffy. And you can see the eyes without the pupils, so Ulti is pretty much KO'd. I don't know if that's it for it. I hope not, because I'd be kind of disappointed if that's the case. But given the fact it's the same technique that Kaido has, I can kind of allow it. And it didn't involve Luffy being the one to defeat her. So, and initially, I figured that Luffy was going to be the one to run into him first. Technically, he's the first one to meet him, but it's Yamato that bumped into Luffy. The reason why Luffy isn't surprised, he isn't shocked by this. Yamato grabs a hold of Luffy, runs away. And, sorry, I'm not going to hurt you. And Luffy's like, yeah, I get you didn't give off that impression, but I need to get a move on. So Yamato has something to him. He doesn't seem that hostile, unlike Kaido. Apparently, Yamato says, I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting this whole time. So he's been waiting to see Luffy. So that answers one of my previous questions. Did he know who Monkey D. Luffy is? And the answer is yes. Why has he been waiting for Luffy? So, and this may also answer another question. Obviously, he's not weak, given what we saw in this chapter. Unless Ulti wakes up in the next chapter, then he's definitely not weak. Which the other question I had was, because a lot of people asked this, why Kaido still won't be one of the calamities. I said it may be the reason because he turned it down. Maybe he did have the strength but didn't want to be in that position. I think that could be the possibility considering what we saw in this chapter. So I am Yamato, son of Kaido. He has the mask. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it's his actual face or if he's just hiding, because it does go inside with what Kaido said. He's shy. Maybe he's obviously hiding his true face. It's a similar mask that Okiku had to hide Okiku's emotions. Maybe it's the same thing for Yamato. So that's pretty cool. He's obviously got a mace, a club, similar to Kaido. I think he'll have a katana. With Kaido, Sunbummies, and Luffy, the question is, and the vibe I got with this chapter is, I definitely think most of the Straw Hats are going to have a rendezvous at the execution platform where they're about to crucify Momonosuke. I think Nami may be the one to stop that, but they're definitely going to have a rendezvous. So we'll see where that goes. I don't know if that, by the way, I don't know if that was Yamato who was spying in on Jinbei and Robin a couple of chapters ago, but we'll have to wait and see. Interacting with Luffy, so that's going to be very interesting where that goes. Kaido, isn't there supposed to be some sort of arranged marriage with him and the Big Mom Pirates? So that can go up to hell right now. Also, I noticed he has some. If you notice, he has some shackles on his arm, so I want to know what that's about. Was he locked up somewhere? Unfortunately, there is no chapter next week, so I'll have to wait 2 weeks. Like I said, that makes it even more great that the anime is returning next weekend, so we get something to fill the void. In chapter, we get finally get the full introduction of Yamato. I hope Ulti gets back into the picture somehow, because she's definitely a likable personality. She was putting over Luffy. It's like she has some sort of respect for Luffy. I'm hoping this isn't the same thing with Black Maria. She turns out to be a one-trick pony who gets taken out by Luffy as well, or the Monster Trio. Maybe it will be, considering where Sanji's heading right now. I still want Robin to be the one to fight Black Maria, and Maria's going to turn out to be a traitor as well, because she was definitely disgusted by how Orochi was treating Momonosuke, so maybe that'll lead to something. But either way, let me know what you guys think down below. Definitely a lot to sink our teeth into after this chapter. Like this review if you did, subscribe to the channel for more. Leave your comments down below. Catch you guys later. Thanks guys. Bye.